If anyone in your family ever needs an MRI or a CAT scan, we're going to show you how to save hundreds of dollars. Plus, Apple's new trade-in program for Earth Day. John Matarese is here now with those stories so you don't waste your money. John?
Well, Carol, do you have an old iPhone, iPod Touch that you don't know what to do with? Well, just in time for Earth Day, Apple is rolling out a new trade-in program. The Apple Store at Kenwood Town Center, as well as other Apple stores, will now take any old Apple device for recycling. An ancient Mac, desktop, iPod, whatever. If the item can be resold, they'll offer you a gift card for it. Well, by now you may have heard that Netflix is planning a price hike this summer, but you may not have heard how you can avoid it, at least for another year. Netflix will raise prices $2 a month this summer, but it will grandfather in existing customers for another year. So if you're not a member, sign up now. If you're a member and you want to upgrade to both the streaming and DVD services, upgrade now. You will lock in the current rate. Here's hoping you never have to get an MRI or a CAT scan. Unfortunately, many of us will at some point. And in the stress of the moment, you could end up overpaying by hundreds of dollars. But it's easy to cut those costs.
Rick Stoller has been skiing for years. But this past winter, the expert skier took a bad hit and
broke my humerus bone and tore my labrum.
A doctor put his arm in a sling and referred him for an MRI. But then came the second hit. The hospital wanted almost $800 for the scan, even with his health plan discount. So he told his doctor to wait a day and searched online. He found this, an independent imaging facility charging much less.
Their price was about $380, so almost half the cost.
Half the cost?
Almost half the cost of the big hospital to do.
Same MRI.
Same MRI, same machine.
And that's the little secret the ER doctor won't tell you. Independent centers can save 50% or more over hospital rates.
A patient, would spend somewhere between a third to a quarter here for what they would spend in a competitive situation.
Dr. Stephen Pomeranz is the director of one such center, ProScan Imaging. It's one of 4 independent MRI centers in Cincinnati, others being West Image, Open-Sided MRI, and Mayfield in Kentucky. Pomeranz says their MRI and CT scans are as accurate as any hospital, their technicians just as qualified.
So the level of care from the standpoint of accuracy is never compromised.
All that's missing, expensive hospital overhead. And with today's high-deductible health plans, Rick Stoller is glad he shopped around after his ski accident.
As a consumer, you better do a little homework these days, especially on health care.
I'll provide links to ProScan Imaging and those other centers on WCPO.com. Finally, it's Tuesday and time for our app of the week. And this week, how about an app to make your photos and selfies look better? It's the Perfect 365 app. It lets you airbrush your face to look a lot sharper. It's free for Apple devices. You'll find that and other apps of the week on WCPO.com so you don't waste your money.